I've always told everybody who I've met throughout my life that I can't think of a better place to grow up than Levittown. It's your quintessential blue-collar town. It has, in a lot of ways, it represents America, I think. People don't care, at least when we were growing up here, nobody cared about how much money you had or what family you came from. It was all about family and community, and that's a special thing. Levittown values are blue-collar values, and as I've said to many people throughout the years, growing up as one of 8 kids in Levittown, it doesn't get any more blue-collar than that. And we didn't have much. We didn't have expensive clothes. We didn't have nice cars. But what we had was unconditional love from 2 parents that raised 8 kids the right way. We had a strong sense of community, a strong sense of family, and a strong love of country. That's what was important to everybody growing up in Levittown. I think the first job I ever had was as a paper boy for the Philadelphia Inquirer in my hometown section, Snowball Gate, which can be a tough job to have in winter months, the ice and cold and snow. But it's certainly a good experience for a kid who never had a job before and needed to learn what it was like to work hard and interact with neighbors. My next job after that, I worked at Pathmark in Bristol, which no longer exists. I was pushing shopping carts from the parking lot up to the front of the store in the summer months. It can get pretty hot around here in the summer, and that was quite an interesting job as well. I eventually got a job at Sesame Place, which if you're a kid growing up in this area, that was the place to be. I started off the not so prestigious duty of cleaning bathrooms and cleaning trash up around the park, and eventually went on to become a supervisor there. Had some great times there. A lot of camaraderie. We had summer softball leagues, kept in touch with people as we graduated from high school and went on to college, and it was just a great experience, a great way to meet a lot of area kids in this area and keep in touch with them. And those of us that work there, we still talk fondly about our Sesame Place days to this day. So 1986, it was probably the first week of the season, and I was playing shortstop, and we were all coming in, and our pitcher, he was warming up, and the catcher had to take off, and he asked if I could warm him up, and I just came from shortstop, and like, sure, so didn't have a mask, no protective equipment. I was catching for him, and that kid could hurl. Bounced off the top of my glove, and it was a life-changing event for sure, because my cheek swelled out to about here, and I was really lucky because they said if it would have gone even a millimeter higher, I would have been blinded in this left eye. Fortunately, it was a little bit lower than that. When I suffered that injury back in 1986, I spent the whole season on this bench, which was tough because there wasn't a lot of play because my cheekbone was shattered in many, many places. But I wanted to make sure I was here for my team and support them. So I was here every single game, cheering them on. This is Queen of the Universe grade school here. This is where I went to school from grades 1 through grade 8. And this is where the old church used to be. And very early on, I think I was in 2nd grade, there was a massive fire here and it burned down, and it's still empty to this day. They ended up building the new church right across the street here. And this is the grade school right here. It's the same exact building, hasn't been changed at all. In addition to the academic learning that occurred here in the classroom, there was a lot of learning that went on the fields and in the courts, basketball courts and on the soccer fields, about standing by each other's side, never giving up, never quitting, the values of hard work and practicing hard and preparation. So here's my high school, Commonwealth League and Catholic. It was Bishop Egan when I went here. One of the finest high schools in the nation, if you ask me. I have phenomenal memories here. Teachers were fantastic, and there was a great sense of community. This is my house that I grew up in right here. It was a red house when I was younger, so it's changed in color, but that's about the only thing that's changed here. And one of the things that I'm so thankful to my parents for, I'm thankful for a lot, but being able to still have the house that you grew up in be yours, be our families, is really, really important, because Like all of us, the house that we grew up in, we have so many memories. They raised 8 kids in this house, which is a pretty amazing thing. It's one of the many gifts that our parents have given us. And not only do they give us unconditional love and support and instill the values that are Levittown values, that I believe are American values, which are hard work and treating people with respect at all times, is all that matters in life. It's not material things. It's not the clothes you have on your back. It's not the kind of car you drive. But it's that you love and respect your neighbor, you take care of each other, you respect people more and you judge people less. Those are the values we grew up with.